everyone, welcome back once again. Please like and share the videos they post, and please subscribe to my channel for interesting chess related videos. So the game I'm gonna show today was played between Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana from USA and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, better known as MVL. This is an amazing game and it's really instructive, especially about the opening and even the endgame. So, without further ado, let's go through this game. Here Caruana has the white pieces and he opens with e4, c5 to seal in defense, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, he opens seal in, knight f6, knight c3, a6, and dashed off. Bishop g5, e6, f4, queen b6. Pretty standard. Queen d2, queen takes b2. It's a really sharp line. Rook b1, queen a3, and e5. h6, bishop h4, d5, fe5, knight fg7, knight e4. Queen takes a2, rook d1, queen d5, and queen e3. This was Caruana's whole prep, and it still goes on. Opening preparation is a very important element, especially in such a prestigious tournament as the Candidates Tournament held in 2021. Queen takes e5, c3 now, bishop c5, bishop g3, attacking the queen, queen d5, and now bishop c4. A really interesting move. It was Caruana's prep, of course. Queen takes c4 and bishop d6. If you play a random move, just for a note, a5, bishop takes c5, and yes, if you take, then you lose to this fork. You lose your queen. So knight f6 was played, giving back the piece. Knight takes c5, and now knight d5. Yeah, queen to e5. It's the only good move, and here MVL didn't rush into taking the pawn. He first played rook g8 calmly, and now Caruana found the only good move. I think it was prep, of course. Knight d takes e6, and you're forced to take. Knight takes, and you're forced to trade the queens because whatever you play. If you do not trade the queens, then this knight has some nasty discoveries. Some knight c7 check, knight takes g7 check, even maybe knight f8, knight c5, something like that. It's just very deadly. Queen takes c3, queen takes c3, knight takes c3, knight c7 check, of course, king f7, rook d3 now. The only good move. Again, double attack. The knight is attacking the rook is attacking the knight, and knight e4. Castles with check, king g6, and now knight takes a8. Even though black gave a whole rook, just because of the material white gave, it's still close to equal. Knight g6, knight b6, rook d8, pinning the bishop, knight takes c8, rook takes c8, and bishop a3. Rook c7, rook f4, attacking the knight, knight f6, bishop b2, threatening to damage the pawn structure, taking the bishop, and knight e7. And bishop takes f6, g takes f6 as planned, h4, h5, rook g3 check, forcing the king to f7 as the king has to defend the f6 pawn. King f7, rook g5, and black loses h5 pawn. Rook c1 check, king h2, knight g6. Black is still trying to find some boundary. Rook f2, knight takes h4, rook takes h5, knight g6. And now black loses the b7 pawn instead. Rook h7 check, king e6, and now rook takes b7. The threat is very simple here. Rook b6 check. Knight e5 was played. Rook b6 check anyways. and rook c6. Rook takes c6 check, knight takes c6, and here we reach a 7-piece table base endgame, and you can see there's 7 pieces in total, and the table bases have really solved chess with when a position with 7 pieces or less arises. And this is a draw according to the table basis, but both sides have to play accurate to make any progress. Although black is fighting for a draw, white is the one who is playing for a win. King g3, king f7. Good move. It's rook c2, knight b4. And now rook d2. Knight c6 back, king f4. The king is trying to gain entry. King g6, rook d6, knight e5 here. You don't want to go knight b4 because of the g4 idea, and g5 is a deadly threat because of the pin, you know. And if you go back, king f5. So knight e5, no retreat, no surrender. Rook takes a6, knight f7, king e4. Knight h6, rook a5, knight f7. All white has to do is to put black in the zugzwang and force and again entry. Rook a3, knight d6 check, king f4, and knight f5. A very good move indeed. Rook g3, knight h6, rook g3 check, king f7, and king e4. Knight g8, king f5, knight e7 check, king f4, and king g4, king g6. You have to stop. If you play a random move like knight e7, then king h5 is deadly. King in entry. King g6, the only move. King f3 check, king f7, king e4, knight e7, king f4, knight d5 check, and it's not such a good move here because of king f5. Knight e7 check, king e4, and the knight has to go on g8. Black is in zugzwang. Rook h3, king g6, rook a3. Yes, king f7, king f4, knight h6, rook g3, knight g8, king g4, and yes, you see the point now. If you play king g6 here, yes, you can play king h4 check, and you can no longer prevent the king from going to h5, because if you play king h6, then you lose the knight. You can see. So knight e7, king h5, knight d5, rook f3, king e6, and now g4. King e5 was played by MVL, and after king g6 was played by Caruana, it was in this position that Maxime Vachier-Lagrave resigned the game, as yes, you have to play, if you play king e6, like, then rook f1, and king e5 you cannot play because of rook f5 check, and yes, the pawn goes forward. In either case, black is going to be in zugzwang because he has a knight. So I hope you enjoyed this game. Thank you for watching. See you soon and goodbye.